Hello dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Do not talk about me. I do apologize. I am so sorry for not coming back sooner. Life has been a whirlwind, but it's okay. We're here now and it's now March, which is crazy. January took forever to go through, but now February came and went. So now we are in the new month of March, and so far this year I've read about 23 books. I have my goal of 125, which I feel like I'm on a good little roll right now. I was in a bit of a slump, but your girl is back. She's running and thriving, and we love to see it. It's so great. My bookshelf also has too many books as far as my TBR is concerned, mainly due to the fact that there's new releases coming out every freaking week, and they're books that I've been anticipating and waiting for it to drop, and I have to get them. So eventually we will complete the TBR and actually go in and read what I have before we buy anything new. But we're not talking about my TBR today. We're not talking about my bookshelf at all. We're talking about my e-readers, because I have 2 of them, okay? And don't come at me talking about, oh, this is overconsumption. People shouldn't have more than 1 e-reader. Okay, hush your mouth, okay? First of all, I didn't pay for one of them, thank you. So that's perfectly fine. But I'm here because people be lying, okay? People lie all the time, and I need people to stop lying, all right? So there's been a lot of discourse, especially on like TikTok and things like that, about people switching from Kindle to Kobo, switching from the Amazon ecosystem, because, you know, Jeff Bezos is a big, scary, mean guy, right? Which I agree. I don't like Jeff Bezos, but you know who's not going to get rid of her Amazon account? This girl, right? Because at the end of the day, me stop shopping at Amazon and not using my Kindle is not really affecting Jeff Bezos that much at all. Honestly, he can care less about my black ass. So besides the fact, that's just not something that I see in my near future that I am worried about. And at one point in time, I was like, yeah, maybe I should take the switch or whatever. But then Amazon went back and was like, retaliation, and decided to take it as an option away for you to actually move your books from your Kindle to another device, which actually put a wrench in my plans. But I was lovely gifted a Kobo, which I was very excited to get. I've had it for about 6 or 7 months now. I have it in white. I also have this stylus as well, which is really, really cool. I love this device. I love it. Do I love it as much as my Kindle? Unfortunately, no. Fun fact, I think I kind of read slower on the Kobo. But then again, this is not what we're talking about today. We're talking about why these people are lying and saying that Kobo is better than Kindle. I'm sorry, just because we don't like Jeff Bezos does not mean we have to go about and lie, trying to make it seem like everybody needs to switch to Kobo. Everybody needs to switch to Kobo. Please don't switch to Kobo. It's going to piss you off. It's going to piss you off like it's pissed me off, okay? First of all, Kobo's library is not very extensive. They do have popular books. They do have some indie books, but it's not to the extent that you think it is. So much so that I'm a girl who loves contemporary romance. I love urban romances by Black authors, Black indie authors to be specific. They are not on Kobo's library, okay? Certain audiobooks are not available, which is really cool because you can, with Kobo Plus, you can have access to both their book library and the audiobook library, which is cool. One of the things that I'm listening to right now through Kobo is Demon's Dream, which is one of my favorite urban romances. And they have the audiobook that just came out, and it's through the Kobo Plus subscription, which is cool. But that's like a once in a lifetime situation. Like, not all the books that you want are going to be on there. For example, I love Liz Tom Ford. I love the Windy City series. Her new book just came out this past week, In Her Own League, which is supposed to be like a spinoff of that series. It's not anywhere on Kobo. And you're like, this is a pretty popular author. Like, she has a deal. She got special editions released in Target. Like, everybody, it's a wide, you know, national release, but it's not available on Kobo. And with that as well, like, you can't their search engine very well either. Like, you have to end up in adding filters for certain things with it. So instead of like searching just for a title of a book, you're gonna have to like go and filter and make sure you have it in English, because you'll accidentally buy a book that is not in English. Or you have to make sure that it is the actual ebook and not like a different public. It's too complicated, and it shouldn't be this complicated. Do I love the device itself? Yes, I do. Do I love the buttons? Yes, I think this is the biggest feature of this, because if I was able to get a Kindle Oasis, I would have gotten that. But I don't. Do I love the stylus? Yes. You get to annotate and draw and scribble on this thing. Really, really cool. Fun fact, I love doing word searches on this, which is very random, but I use my little stylus and then like the little end cap is the eraser, which is pretty awesome. Don't get me wrong. And I get to make my own like covers as well too. So if I wanted to like not have the book as the screensaver, I can add images to make my own cover. Love that. But as far as the access to what is available on my Kobo does not compare to what is available through Amazon. Amazon is, first of all, more accessible. Okay, you can go to any store to go get a Kindle. You can go to Best Buy, Target, Walmart. You can go to any of those big box stores to get a Kindle. You cannot do that with a Kobo. You have to order it online, which, you know, sometimes people want to see it in person, play with it first. I completely understand, but that's just one of those things that comes with the game. Kindle as well, like I said, not just the library extensiveness, but the options as far as discovering new authors. I think this is the biggest perk of having a Kindle, because you'll find something that's on Kindle Unlimited and you're like, oh, I've never heard of this before. Read it and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Like, one of my favorite like Black authors right now, Sonora Williams, she's about to release her new fantasy romance book later on this month, which I'm super stoked about. I pre-ordered everything. Shout out to Kindred Stories in Houston. But I discovered her through Kindle Unlimited because I was, you know, scrolling and seeing, what is this about? What is this about? Find out she writes thrillers. She wrote a series not too long ago, probably a couple years ago, and it was like more of like a urban fantasy romance, and I was like, ooh, I kind of like this. What is this? It was the Tethered Soul series. One of my favorite fantasy series I've ever read, but I would not have discovered if it wasn't on Kindle Unlimited, because guess what's not on Kobo? That series. There's so many things that you're missing out on, which really makes me mad. Also, this is a very small petty thing as well too. The cases are way better, right? You have more options, more designs. You have availability to get cases with magnets in the back so they can attach and have the handle, and so they can be like this. Well, you know, you don't get all these things with Kobo, unfortunately. And I don't like when people on the internet try to pose it as an alternative, and it's not an alternative. It is not an alternative. It is an option, yes. It is something that you can use in place of, yes. But does it completely replace your Kindle? No. Can you go fully from Kindle Unlimited, from having a Kindle for years, and you have all your books on your library, which, speaking for me, I have close to like maybe 500, 600 books on my Kindle, to transfer all of this to my Kobo? Impossible. Couldn't be able to do it. And it's quite unfortunate, but it's neither here or there. It's personal preference at the end of the day. If you love your Kobo, I love that for you. Is my Kobo something that I feel like I will eventually like use more often? Probably. I love that for me. But for me to fully get rid of my Kindle, it's going to take a lot. It's going to have to take Kobo adopting fully Amazon's library that is available for usage. It's going to take a lot more options as far as audiobooks as well too. I don't have an Audible subscription. I typically just buy audiobooks because sometimes they end up being cheaper if you buy them through Audible, depending on like the deals and things like that, in which I don't listen to audiobooks very often, so it makes more sense for me to do that. Either that or going through Libby. But I will say that the idea of having a subscription with your audiobooks and your actual books in one does have a benefit, but until they get the options that I'm looking for, it's not a full end all be all, unfortunately. I love that y'all love y'all's Kobos, but y'all need to stop lying to people. That's all I ask. It's that simple. Y'all lie. Stop lying. I think that's where my frustration lies through all of this, is that it's lying. I did a video a couple years ago on my Kindle Color Soft. I still have that same Kindle Color Soft. It is still doing me well. Absolutely love it. I take my Kindle everywhere I go. I have multiple accessories, including cases, things like that. For my Kobo, like, I love the buttons, yes. I love the battery life, yes. But will I be taking this everywhere I go? No, I will not. And it's unfortunate that I have this lovely device that somebody probably out there is like, oh my gosh, I wish I had a Kobo. Sister, I know, I feel that too. But guess what? You're kind of better off buying your Kindle on sale. And you have pretty much a slightly better experience, unfortunately. And don't mess up and get Kindle Unlimited too. Man, it's over with. It's over with completely. But I've come to the conclusion that I just want to stop listening to people on the internet. They frustrate me so. And I want to be able to express my feelings about these things. And as somebody who does own both devices, I feel like there's no other better person to talk about this. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk today. Hopefully I didn't talk your ear off too much. Hope you got some vital information if you're trying to make that decision between your Kindle and your Kobo. Hopefully this video helps you figure out which one is better for you. I know I was kind of like all over the place, but this is just like off the dome what I've experienced. And again, I feel like I read slower on the Kobo. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same. Are we morally responsible to make up for the fact that all the corporations are slowly trying to take over the world? I'm not responsible for that. Neither are you. So therefore, you shouldn't feel bad about using a device that is easily accessible to you and actually gives you what you want. Is that making you a bad person? Probably not. But some people may say it does. Well, tell those people, screw off. It's whatever. If you love your Kindle, I love that for you. If you love your Kobo, I love that for you as well. But as for me and my house, we will continue to use the Kindle fully. Kobo sometimes just to spice things up, but I can't do what I want with it. So what's the point? But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Hopefully see y'all sooner than later. Y'all are cool. Bye.